guys, welcome back to my channel, and I thought for today's video we might do something a little different. I know that there's this thing going around of what's in my bag, and I thought for today's video I might show you what I carry around in my bag. I know I get a lot of slack for carrying a big bag, and the truth is I do carry a big bag. I don't think that people realize how much stuff a person with chronic illness and a person with autoimmune disease have to carry in order to make it out in the world. I thought that I would show you exactly what goes on in a chronic illness person's bag. So I have my bag. It is huge. It is a mini convenience store in there. And this is a Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM for those that are wondering. And this was something that I bought myself with a bonus from work. It's a special order world tour, and I got the Japan stamp on it because Japan is a part of my bucket list, and I really want to be able to travel outside of America and visit Japan someday. So it helps me keep my eye on the prize when I'm going to medical appointments. I guess we should get inside because obviously I have everything. So on top, I always carry a sweater. I never know when things might be cold. I have Raynaud's, so I have to keep warm or my lips turn blue. So I always have a sweater with me, especially now it's summertime and everybody has the air conditioner on, which is great for everybody else, but sometimes when you have Raynaud's you get very chilled, and so you need something to throw on. And then I have my water. I always have bottled water with me, and mostly because I never know when I'm gonna need to take medication, and I get dehydrated pretty easily because of a GI problem, so I always have water. I realize Swell bottles are maybe a thing of the past, but I'm not letting go of this one. This is my Starbucks Swell bottle, and so that's filled with water. Also in here is Gatorade. I take medication to eat. So I take a medication that I have to mix with some kind of liquid and drink with my meals. I carry my Gatorade with me so that I can mix my medicine and eat lunch. Also in here, pretzels. So when you have a GI problem, on the same line as eating, it's sometimes hard to find snacks or things to eat when you're out because you have a limited diet and you have to be able to manage with what you have when you're hungry. So I need a snack, so I always have my pretzels. Next in here, in the small zipper pouch, which I always leave open, I have some stuff thrown in there. I keep my phone in that zipper pouch, and also keep my bottle of Purell. Can never have enough hand sanitizer, easy access to pull it out if I need to use it. And on the lines of the pandemic and things I have that go for, I guess, pandemic purposes and watching yourself, I carry gloves with me. And the reason I carry gloves is I know that some people think that's crazy to see someone with gloves on, but as a person with scleroderma, I often have cuts on my hands, and I actually have one right now. So we get these fissures because our skin is so dry, it cracks open. And sometimes it's hard to keep a Band-Aid on it, and so we have to be careful about what we're touching. I just had one on my palm recently, and so if I need to touch something, husband's not with me or someone's not with me to touch it, I'll throw a glove on, especially if we live in an apartment, so pushing elevator buttons or opening public doors, I usually have gloves on. So in that same little zipper pouch, I have my ear pods. I usually have my ear pods in there too, but I think those are over there actually. I keep both sets of AirPods and earbuds just in case my AirPods die. I have a backup pair, and I like to keep these so that I can watch things or on my phone, especially if we're at the hospital for an infusion or a long testing day. During the pandemic, my husband wasn't allowed in, and so I'd have to keep myself entertained. So I'd throw my earphones in and watch a video or watch YouTube. And of course, always carry your own pins. My medical place is hit and miss. They have been making you fill out the pandemic form for the coronavirus to attest that you don't have any of that stuff. And sometimes it's paper, and sometimes you do it on your phone, and sometimes they verbally do it. So never know, but always good to have your own pin. So that's the zipper part of my purse. So in the main big part, the humongous part, I carry my wallet. So my wallet has pretty much everything you can think of in it. A gift from my parents for my birthday. My mom was cute. She said that if I had the purse, I needed a matching wallet. So here it is. We'll say that in my wallet, I carry my list of medications. And the reason I do that is I know that you keep it on your phone as well, but if something happened to my phone or my phone became separated from me in the event of an emergency, I want to easily access my medical conditions, and I know that they're going to look in my wallet for my ID if something were to happen. And I think that having that piece of paper on there, it has my medications, it has my name, my date of birth. It also has my emergency contact information, which includes my husband and one other person in case they're unable to get a hold of him. And I also have listed my internist. If something were to happen, they'd be able to get a hold of my doctor as well if I end up somewhere. So always plan ahead with things. Also in here, so this is the pouch that came with the bag. So if you buy a Louis Vuitton Neverfull, it comes with a pouch, and obviously it's got the stamp on it from the world tour. And I don't usually carry this in other bags, but I do with this bag. And the reason why is because it fits masks perfectly. I use a fabric mask usually. It's a VOG mask. And I know a lot of people with chronic illness use VOG masks. So I usually use my VOG mask, but in medical settings, we are required to wear a surgical mask. They don't want us wearing fabric. But I can change my mask out when I'm required to wear a surgical mask as opposed to the fabric mask. So extra masks, sunglasses, and Tylenol for, you know, headaches, that kind of thing. Let's see. Also, I carry an EpiPen. Why do I carry an EpiPen? Because I'm allergic to something. Nobody could figure it out. But I'm allergic to something, which mainly is the Vegas buffet. I have an allergy to something, and it has progressively gotten worse. And so to be safe than sorry, I carry an EpiPen in case I come along. It's something I ingest, and I'm not quite sure. They think it's a preservative, but we're gonna carry an EpiPen around just in case. I'm also allergic to horses, so I guess if I end up, you know, kissing a horse on the street, I'm good. So I also carry a gallon size Ziploc. So this may confuse some people, but I have chronic illness. I have gastrointestinal problems. I have dysmotility. I have scleroderma. And if anybody knows any of these conditions, this means that I throw up randomly. I guess that's maybe overshare, but I sometimes need somewhere to throw up. And it's not very glamorous, but I find it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And there have been times that I have needed it. So I carry this, and maybe that's a hack. If you're pregnant, or, you know, if you have dysmotility or gastroparesis and you're looking for something to carry around, I carry around a gallon size Ziploc and it works. So maybe you get motion sickness, car sickness, throw one in your bag, it works. Carry around a Toiletry 19. So inside my Toiletry 19, I carry medications. So those look like, it has my morning medication in case I have to miss that. I carry that around, and I have Band-Aids and Lactaid and my cholesterol that I have to take for my malabsorption. I have extra things. I carry a scrunchie and a jewelry case. So these might look a little different to a healthy person, and let me explain. So as a chronic illness person, when we go to the doctor, we sometimes need imaging. Imaging for us can look like ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, x-rays, anything of that sort. The thing about that is you can't wear jewelry. So I have to have somewhere that I can slip my jewelry off. I am not a person that likes leaving my jewelry in the locker they provide. My husband or mom or somebody is usually with me. And so I usually slip my jewelry off in the waiting room, slip it into a jewelry case, and, you know, tie it up, stick it in my bag. That way that I don't have to leave it in the locker. I like to put my hair up when I am doing imaging. So CT scans, that kind of thing. For me, that's just more comfortable. It's something I found. So I always have a hair tie with me. I guess that might not look so different to a healthy person. Maybe other people carry hair ties around, but probably not for the sake of imaging. Also, carry around my favorite little Sephora travel bag. And this is a TSA approved travel bag for liquids in the before times. I would travel a lot. That's kind of my guilty pleasure. And I found it easier just to keep my toiletries, my things that are liquid in this bag, so that anytime we were leaving to travel, I didn't have to think about switching it out to a Ziploc. This is super easy. Sephora has these. You just throw it in the TSA container, go through, you're good. It's approved. So inside here, of course, have Clorox wipes because we're in the midst of a pandemic, and yeah, let's be honest, I'm a germaphobe. And lotion. So part of scleroderma, like I said, is that we have really dry skin, so I always have lotion with me, and more hand sanitizer. So I've got my Purell in there, and then I always have an extra hand sanitizer with me just in case. I guess I think I have this mental thing that I might run out of hand sanitizer. So in here is my favorite lip gloss. I love this stuff. It's Sephora lip gloss, I'm not sure what you would call this, lip moisturizer. It is just clear. It's Sephora, their brand. It's banana flavor because I am absolutely one of those weird people that like banana runts. So I know that there's this whole subset of people that don't really like banana runts, and I'm not sure what's wrong with you people, but I'll pray for you. Anyway, Kleenex, seize the moment. My Kleenex have inspirational quotes on them. Am I the only person? I feel like it makes me feel better when I'm getting a Kleenex to seize the moment. Blotting paper. So I, get oily and stuff. So blotting paper, especially it's summertime right now, kind of humid in Southern California, not as humid as the South, I know. But we have blotting paper and a mirror, which this mirror is special. This came from Scotland. This is from Edinburgh, Scotland. And my husband was in Scotland and Edinburgh for a year studying, and that's actually where we got engaged. So I've had this mirror for a long time. It's really kind of falling apart. Probably needs a little bit of help, but it's my favorite mirror. And purse clip to hang your purse. A clip of Amazon. This is a good, my mom got me this. This is a good thing to have if you need something to hang your purse on, like we were at a restaurant table and it opens really big. So this is a great investment. And bunch of Purell wipes because I have Clorox wipes, but I like these for my phone, to wipe my phone down. And this is probably the weirdest thing that healthy people might not understand, but I carried crazy glue around, and People with chronic illness might get this, or skin conditions might understand this, but my skin cracks, as we talked about earlier, and my dermatologist suggested crazy glue, and you just kind of glue back your cut, and it keeps the bacteria out from getting in, keeps it clean, and it actually heals quicker. So I get a lot of fissures on my hands, and honestly, this is a good tip for healthy people. If you work in a field where you get paper cuts a lot, I work in an office, so we deal with a lot of paper, and people do get paper cuts, and I've actually shared this with my coworkers that crazy glue and a paper cut really works. So that is that little pouch. And the very last thing in my bag is an agenda. So I really do, I guess, have a thing for Louis Vuitton monogram. I'm apparently a walking ad over here. But this is actually something I purchased pre-love, and it is a calendar. So it, you know, is a calendar and an agenda. And I know that you're probably thinking, well, that's kind of ridiculous. You can keep all that in your phone. And you know, you're absolutely right. And I do keep a calendar on my phone. But I find that keeping a paper calendar for my medical stuff, it helps me keep track of things. My phone, sometimes I lose track. I'm kind of a paper person, and I like to see things. My phone calendar, that's our family calendar. My husband's on that. That way he knows all my medical appointments. But I keep this mainly for me. That's it. Bag's empty. That was what's in my bag, chronic illness edition. And if you are thinking that I carry a convenience store before this video, now I just confirmed that I actually do carry a convenience store in here. I wish that I could carry a little bag, but that's just not possible for me and for my ailments. I kind of like seeing what people put inside their bags, so I find this fun to kind of share what's in mine. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to come along on my adventures, the weather's nice, we plan on going out. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and until our next adventure, go have yours.